Oh, hang on, there it is there, 9:04. I can go back anyway. One more back. 9:04. I got here at 9:04. I'm here. First I want to show where's my trolley. In the back of the van, empty, just in case I need it for something. I carted everything on my backpack. I weighed it up, was 16 kilos. That's including snacks and beverages. One hockey strap came undone for some reason. I'm not sure if I lost anything, but I did find something. As I was walking in, I found this small piece of PVC, which I must have lost on my previous trip out. So that can go back into my collection. Yeah, with the trolley, bumpy, things vibrate. What I did lose last week vibrating, I just purchased a new, I got a Yabby pump, right? So I purchased a new washer for the Yabby pump. I placed it on, and when I purchased it, the man said, you know why it stuffs up? Because you don't release it. Nobody releases it. You have to release the pressure when you finish for the day. So I had a brand new washer in there. I didn't want to squish it and destroy it, so I left it a bit loose. And I never even used the Yabby pump. And what's happened, trolley bouncing on potholes and shit, and the screw, for some reason, gravity helped the screw unloosen completely, came right off the thread, dropped down, and the washer after the nut fell down, and I stopped for a rest. Anyway, I didn't know all this shit happened, but I stopped for a rest, and I seen on my trolley a round washer. I said, I recognise that from, oh fuck, that came out of my pump. So I managed to save the washer. The rubber washer was tight fit, it didn't fall out, but I couldn't find the nut. I walked back maybe 50 metres, no, couldn't find it. Anyway, when I got home, I was trying to find a new nut for it, a replacement nut. I found the original nut that I purchased a kit one time. Anyway, so that's all back together. My plan has turned to shit. It hasn't turned to shit, it's just the plan's not going to happen. Who recognises this hole? Probably you can't, unless you recognise that shrubbery there. This water, where I was set up last time is probably a metre underwater. This was just like the pool. Last week, who saw my tape, I was there. And the plan was, one of my viewers made a comment, and I don't think he was drunk this time. He made a comment while he was sober and said, you know, if I were you, I'd dig right where you're set up and around that area. I said, all right, I'll put my faith in you, seeing that you're not drunk, because he sounds like he knows what he's talking about. He's made a few comments, and he's quite alert in that, and except when he's drunk. But even then, he's alert. But so I was going to dig right. If you can see that piece of wood there, somewhere there, all around there. Anyway, that's not going to happen. Jesus, water's black. Anyway, that's not going to happen. So the water's flowing. Who wants to know? You could possibly run a sluice if you dammed it up nicely and got all the water diverted down a 6-inch. You could probably run a sluice. I imagine tomorrow you will not be able to. Anyway, that's sort of messed me up a little bit. So what I'm going to do, this stuff here is all sitting nicely. I I'm gonna dig here. I brought a tub to sit on. I could have brought my stand and used fresh water, but that's all good. So anyway, I'll just show you that. 16 kilos on my back, effortless trip in. I've got a plastic poncho in there, although it is overcast. Who can see that? But the sun is actually poking through, but that could be there's a bit of blue over there. But that poking through could be just a false alarm and it's actually going to rain. But more likely not. So anyway, I'm going to set up my equipment and get back to you when I have something useful to show. Over. It's 10:03. So an hour went past. I had a look at the time. Previously it was 9:46. At 9:46, that was when I finished setting up my equipment. Took me 40 minutes to set it up. That sounds a long time, but oh well. It took 40 minutes. What can I do? I don't know. I'm very surprised that it took that long. I was shocked. Anyway, 10:06, 9:46, 10:06. In that time I've just ran my second bucket. 2 rocks. The first pan had infinite fly shit in it. I just show, instead of that green basin, who knows my tapes, instead of the green basin I brought this black one square, because it sort of helped with packing everything into it. Anyway, and I brought the small pan. Like I wasn't going to do any test panning, so I only need this for having a look at what's in the mat. So I just do quickly. Any gold that gets away is not an issue. It goes in there and it goes home with me to tidy up at home. I saw one nice piece in here. What's that? Is that a bit of gold? I don't know. Is that? This is a little bit awkward to do backwashing with this thing. Anyway, I'm going to have to put the spray on. These mosquitoes are coming big time. No flies today. Up till now anyway. These mosquitoes I've got to spray before they get me. Get out. Down you go. I will count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 20, 23. There's 23 pieces in this thing. Nothing fancy, only fly shit, but 23. Victor told me you really want about like 50 or 20, between 25 and 50. So I got 23. But they're good. This will be better than the previous bucket I ran. But if I can do that every bucket, look, let me get this shit out. Oh, there's a big piece there. This little pan's a bit hard for backwashing. Oh, maybe I can do not backwashing. See how I go. Poof off mosquitoes. Yeah, you're a mosquito, aren't you? Of course I'm talking to you. Yeah. Yeah. Every time the mosquitoes tend to be more down, under 1 metre. If you can stay above 1 metre, you have less dramas. Tall people will get less bitten by mosquitoes than short people. So look after your children, people, when there's mosquitoes around. I forget what I was trying to do here. Oh yeah, I'm trying to roughly guess. It's more than 0.01. Let's say it's 0.025. And I can do that 20 times. Well, there's half a gram. 0.025. That's half a gram. So I should be getting half a gram today. Last week I got a smidgen above half a gram, and this time I expect to be getting half a gram. How I clean up small shit, I'm putting it where I'm digging. I'm digging over here. And I'm filling up, just chuck it up there to rebury it later. The super duper clay stuff that can go there, and the really big shit goes over here with that one. So that's per bucket. I'm doing 8 litres. 8 litres is about 4 or 5 shovels, which is 2 pans. So pretty much I'm doing not much more than what panning would do in the same amount of time. But that's fine. I'm enjoying myself. It's more fun. Panning is a nonsense. This panning's fine. Anyway, so there, this goes here. I'm having trouble, rocks are not coming out of my trommel. They won't empty out like at the end of the run. So what I'm going to do, I'll just lift the front of this bucket to give more angle for the trommel to tip shit out. So that goes there. So I'll just get my little trowel. I mean my trowel. Is there a big trowel? It's just a trowel now. So what I'll do, I'll just lift this up a little bit and put a bit of packing under there. By lifting that, what that does, it lowers the angle of my sluice, which is fine. I want it to be lowered. It increases the angle of the hopper, so the shit goes out of the hopper quicker and into my mat, and it increases the angle of my spinner to get the rocks out, but it decreases the angle of my elbow, which I wish it didn't do that, but it did. Anyway, that's that. Two rocks down, 2 buckets down. One can of beer pretty much down. Bloody bugs, man. Alright, so I'll be back with another report when I get back. Over. 10:49. 10:49. 10:04. I think I ran 2 buckets. 10:49 take away 4 is 45 minutes. Did I add a rock? No. Or I did. I can't remember. 40 minutes. Looks like I've got 6 rocks there. Means, if that's correct, I've run 4 buckets in 40 minutes. pours into, that's 10 minutes a bucket. That's pretty good, you know. A bucket is like, I don't know, easily 2 pans. So a pan every 5 minutes. Who can pan every 5 minutes? Don't need to bring all this shit here. Can just pan all day. And if you find that satisfying, do that. I could do that if the law was that you can't have no equipment, just a pan. I'll do that. I'm fine with that. That will get rid of all these people who dig the whole fucking creek, get the whole lot, and leave me nothing with my pan. Anyway, what I'm doing now, I'm going to do a clean up on pan number 6. I've had 5 pans, all of them pretty much the same. Maybe the previous one was a little bit less, I can't recall exactly. But so I might be tapering off. But I do this pan, and just by looking at what I just saw then, it's like barren. But because the material, the gold is actually very, very, very small fly shit, like 30, 40 pieces. It's hard to see exactly what you got, what you haven't got, through the black sand and the dirty water and that. So this is pan number 6. I've not done any testing today because that's been done previously, and I'm just doing what I'm doing, devoting my time. Oh my God, that's barren, pretty much barren. Look it looked. I'm not going to show you, but I'm going to tell you there's 10 pieces in there, incredibly small, biggest Kev nuggets I suppose you'd call them. Damn. Well, that's not a good. Where did I go wrong there? So I'm working my way up here. I'm glad I shared that with you, because now you know the value, you know, of checking every bucket. I could have continued digging in that same place. I'm thinking that this middle of the creek has got nothing in it. I'm thinking that. So what I might go is a bit more to the wall. I'll see what the wall brings me, and if there's something useful about that, I'll be back with a report. Over. I think it was 10:46 last time I looked. 11:19 and 14, 20, 33 minutes have gone past. I think I might have been on 6 or 7. Now I've done 9. No, I'm about to do 9. My guts are going. Beer gives me sore guts. Coffee gives me sore guts. I've already mentioned this story about my guts. I got my appendix caught fire one time. They pulled it out, and I was on IVA. Oh, I was IVA. Something. Not nearly dying, but intensive care anyway. I had about 9 tubes in my body. One down the eye of my dick. And when they pulled that out, when it was not necessary anymore, mate, it was the most painful experience I've ever had in my life. Those women who had childbirth, try having a penis. The women who have not yet had childbirth, I mean, and are scared because it hurts. People keep saying it hurts. Try having a penis with a rubber hose shoved right up it, and then pulled out, like, I suppose you can't imagine that. I suppose you can't even imagine having a penis. Anyway, that was painful when they pulled it out. At least I did. At least I was still alive. Ah, doesn't matter. Who cares? My children, I suppose. No, not even. So 5 and 4 is 9. I'm going to run about, just about to run number 9. I've been trying here and there. I drifted off the track and failed miserably. So now I'm back to where it wasn't too bad, and I'm going to see if I can slam it. Oh, I forgot to use my superpowers. Damn it. After this I'm going to use my superpowers to get back on the goal. But for now I'm going to show a feed. Because I didn't bring my because I just done the backpack thing, I didn't bring too many buckets and this and that, so, or chair. So I need to crouch down while I'm running this bucket. When I've run about 3/4, I can stand up and hold it in my hand. I need to mention the poofters. For those people who like poofters, well, you know this already. And those who are poofters, you know it even more. And those who don't like poofters, you may know it as well. But for everybody else, today is yet another day International Poofter Day, and to celebrate it they're having a march. They're having a march down in St Kilda. So if you're passing through St Kilda and you're busting for a fucking piss, hang on to it. Don't go into public toilets, man. They're calling it a gay pride march. Proud of what? Proud of being a fucking poofter. How does that work? Anyway. And they're going to march. And what's it called? Marching. They're going to be leading the march will be the dykes with bikes. I haven't got a problem with dykes with bikes, or dykes at all. It's just the poofters that doesn't sound comfortable with me. But anyway, that's that. Bloody mosquitoes are here. So that's a run, and this is a clean up of that run. I saw a couple of nice pieces there. I didn't see a lot of stuff hiding. In St Albans, the poofters are taking over the public swimming pool, having their International Day of Poofters at the swimming pool. So if you see anything floating on the top of the pool, it looks like clag. It's not clag. You could taste it. Hey, I'll tell you a joke. where I used to work, right? No, it could be anywhere. It doesn't matter where it is. It could be at your work. What you do, you're right. You go to your mate to stir him. You say, pour. Like say your mate's name's Mario. This is not picking on Mario's. I'm just. It doesn't have to. It could be Muhammad. Say your mate's name's Muhammad, and you go. You do this. Pour. I smell sperm. Hey Muhammad, did you fart? You get it? I get it. Bit of a shit. This is a similar bucket to I think the previous one. I show it. I count them first. 1, 2, 12 or 13 pieces. But there's 2 not bad pieces, but yeah, not bad. I'm not getting any wonderful pieces today. I've not had one wonderful piece or anything close to being a picker. I might move that way, go more upstream. I'll do the next bucket from upstream just to see what happens, because I'm not happy about that bucket. I like change. You can't just keep digging the same hole. That's fucking stupid. That's how stupid people. Not stupid, but to me it's boring. I try another spot anyway. If it's useful, I'll give a report. If it's not useful, I'll just probably come back here again. Over. Can't recall what time it was before, but now it's 11:38, 11:39. I went upstream, got a sample from further upstream, and this is bucket number 10. So from what I saw in the mat, it was nothing special. It was certainly better than the previous mat. Previous mat was a disaster. Or the same. I can forget now. But let's have a look together. The colour of the mud was like oh, there's a couple of pieces. Oh look, I can't. I'm having trouble with this small pan backwash. Very awkward to backwash the small pan, man. Anyway. Well, this pan, whatever it is, this pan, certainly better than the previous pan. Better than the previous few pans, actually. Oh, actually, it's a wonderful pan. Probably my best pan all day. I can show it. Oh, fuck. Hang on, I've got to get this black stuff out. It's very easy for the gold to slide away with the black sand. You've only got a short section of flat bucket, flat pan to work with. I normally could have done it by now. Oh, I just lost the whole lot. I splashed poorly. I'll show you what's left. Damn, it was a good pan too. Oh, most of it's still there. Yeah, the small pan I used to. Anyway, I put my finger here. I count them first way. 10, 20, 19. Oh fuck! My head's itchy, man. Mosquito might have got me. I don't know if there's a blob on my windscreen. I might have to wipe it. I smacked it with my finger. Anyway, that's what there's the biggest piece all day. And there's all his mates. That's got to be 0.02 there. No, I'm good. I'm back on the gold. So that's good. If there's a blob, I can't. Wait a minute. I can't You know what, people? It's bucket number 10. You know what that means? Who watched last week's tape means, they know. It means, and I'll remind you, it's called Nature Walkabout time. Now let me just put my ugly head in front of the camera to see if there's any blob. Yeah, I think there's a blob there. Lucky I checked. Wiping the blob, wiping the blob. There we go. I tried to keep my ugly head off the camera. I don't want to scare people. I've seen some ugly heads on YouTube, you know. But somehow people with ugly heads like making YouTube tapes. I don't know how that works. Who knows? So that's that. I'll put this one back. And this one. I have an issue here. There we go. That's getting higher and higher for some reason. Anyway. Okay, I'm going to leave this shit. Nature Walkabout today, I'm not going to go through the trees and that. I've been there, done that. What I'm going to do, Nature's Walkabout today is about thinking about why the gold is where it is and why it isn't where it isn't. Now, the isn't where it isn't, I'm not going to worry about that for now, but I'm going to, why it is where it is and where it could be better. Like, for some reason there's gold here, right? Fly shit type pieces and some visibles, very little visible. Now, either it's in this material here and the water's washed the dust away and the gold's fell down and accumulated. And that's my guess. I reckon all this shit here is like tailings from those old timers. That's what I reckon. And there's the tiny shit. They haven't got time. I'm trying to get money to buy some bread and butter and milk and send my children to school so they don't have to come here and do hard work. So they haven't got time for this small shit. Catch the big shit, mate. In them days, there was plenty of big shit, so they concentrated on that. So this will be all full of like shit that got away. So what I'm going to do, if that's the case, then there's no reason why there should be gold in the middle of the creek. If it's coming out of that, it's going to be along the bank there, where the water's smacked into it and smashed it and left the gold behind and pushed the other shit. Now, if we think that, okay, let's base some work on that premise that this is full of gold, small bits. Now, surely some bigger bits got away, like occasional picker. Now, why am I not finding occasional picker? Either it went... It's stupid. Look how stupid this is. The current is not enough to blow away fly shit, but it is strong enough to blow away a picker. Does that sound stupid? To me, that sounds stupid. So that means the pickers, if they're not here, they must be further up. So let's go a little bit further up, and let's see, the same current that went over there came over here. Not this current, baby water current flow. I mean the big current, like say a metre deep of water. Now, once I show you something. This is the top of the bank. It'll be about a metre. Okay? So if the water's a metre deep, flowing, like in winter time, pissing down rain and shit, That means it's got quite power. It's going to do shit here, like smack, smack, smack. But say it was like a meter and a foot. A meter and a foot's going to smack this the same powerfully and do a lot of hard, expend a lot of energy to smack that. But up here, it's so a meter's wasted because the water hasn't reached. So it's only a foot deep here. So it's not really doing much. It's not even enough to destroy this grass. It's only enough to push dust and like clay, tiny clay particles. But anyway, like, and that water's coming over here, right? And let's say it's a metre deep. Let's not worry about that tailings over there. Let's worry about what's happening here. That's all got gold in it, yeah? And the water has to be substantial to actually do something. Like, there's a nice piece of wood. That would have affected the water. Would have directed it or blocked it or this or that. So that, if you can work out what that piece of wood done, when that meter water was a meter, you know where to dig. Like it could be at the downstream, upstream, behind it, in front of it, this or that. But anyway, hey, somebody lost a glove, or I found one. Who wants to listen to Serenity? Bloody aeroplane comes now when I want to do Serenity. That's called a babbling brook, if you can hear it. The aeroplane's called a bubbling prick. Anyway, so that's that. So yeah, so this 1 metre of water comes along, straight section, straight, but gold. It's because it came out of that bank. So there's gold. If there's gold over there, there has to be gold here in this bank. Now, I'll show you something. Let's get. I found a right hand, an inside. Fuck me, dead. What the? I scared myself. I heard noises, and I thought, nah. And then I kept on hearing it. I thought it was a snake, so I ran. It wasn't a snake. It was. Or was it? I think it was this. Like the wind blew this, or I stepped on it. Anyway, scared the fuck out of me. Better to be shit scared of snakes and not get bitten than to not be scared of snakes and yes get bitten. I want to show you something. Who watches my tapes so you can come here and steal all my gold? Oh fuck, have a look at this. I found a nice rock. Wait a minute. Nature Walkabout rock. This is like rock here and quartz here. I don't know, did the people smash this rock to try to get the gold out, or who knows? To check. Anyway, that's got no gold. No obvious gold. Anyway, that's that. I want to show you something. I want to show you big rocks and small rocks. Now what this could mean, I used to think there was a sluice here. But if there was a sluice here, there would be a trail of small shit. So what I'm thinking, this is somebody had a pan and a classifier, and they chucked the classifier shit over here, and then they panned out over there. And a lot of ironstone there. Anyway, that's that. This is a big island, man. I had my, on one of my very earlier tapes, it was called Murray River's Gold Meetup #2. Or something similar. Murray River's Gold Adventures, is it? Or River Meetup. Anyway, I was parked over there with my stuff. and I was digging about this rock, and I mentioned this rock. Div done the whole thing over there, this and that. Anyway, so that's where we are. Who knows about my tapes? So anyway, water's coming down here. It does a right hand. There's a right hand bend there, and then goes straight. And then it goes straight. And let's look at all these big rocks here, man. Lots of big rocks sitting on top of the gravel. Why are the big rocks there? Because they stayed behind. The current wasn't enough to push them. But all the small shit that was come by, it kept on continuing on. It continued on. Big rocks they were too big and heavy for the water to push them, but the small shit kept on being pushed, and the water came slamming past here, and then it gouged all that mud out. And see how there's no rocks on that mud? Why is that? If water's flying here, where's the rock? It should be rocks building up. No. What happens is the water, a little bit downhill here, it smacked into there. Everything that come there, even big rocks didn't reach there for some reason. They got caught up earlier. But all the smaller rocks got bounced out of there. The big whirlpool, boom, boom, flying out of there. And what they done, all that small shit, I just tripped over, all landed here. This is like a beach here. Not quite that fine, but very small stuff. So slamming, dumping. The small shit, like sandy, fine particles, dropped out up there. But the bigger ones, they dropped out earlier. They dropped out here. Smally, biggie. Now that's the gravel. The gold, you need to know what size gold are you after. Once you know, like, I don't want that fly shit anymore. I want, like, not bad size, like easy visible, or maybe close to a picker. If you want close to a picker, about here, like this is where a picker would drop out. If it was going to drop out along this, not the huge basketball rocks, but somewhere here. And there's a pile of rocks. Somebody placed them there for some reason. So big rocks, small, and huge rocks over there. There's some big rocks over there. I'm thinking like somebody was doing something and then they threw them there. I'm thinking. Or they were a bit roundish and they rolled over this. But here would be a good place to dig, you know that? What I'm going to do, anyway, and that's that. Yeah, I'm not real far. I'm gonna get a sample from here, somewhere. I'm not exactly sure. Somewhere here, not under that, but somewhere here. I'm gonna get a sample. Somebody digging, probably me. I didn't throw that. I'm gonna try from here somewhere and see if it's got. I'll wait to find something with nice. All here's nice. See that rubber glove? Probably there's gold under that rubber glove. Here would be nice. Everywhere here would be nice. This is all nice. So I'm going to get although I just done a really good bucket over there. Fuck. Maybe I'll continue where I am. No, I'll do one bucket from here. If I find something useful, I'll continue here. If it's not useful, I'll go back where I got the not bad bucket. Okay. And here's a big rock here, which I'm doing protection. Could be something behind that. I'll sort something out and then I'll be back. Over.